So many survivors of trafficking show up to New Friends, New Life with a criminal record. They also have a limited work history, limited education, and it's nearly impossible for them to find conventional employment. But if she walks out of our door and cannot financially sustain herself, the chances of her returning to the life skyrocket. We knew that that would be an important next step in the journey of restoring and empowering survivors. Liberty Street Garden is an amazing partnership between New Friends, New Life, the Meadows Foundation, and Bonton Farms that provides income and work experience for survivors of sex trafficking who are in our program at New Friends, New Life.
Doing an active participation like Liberty Street Garden required a lot more work, a lot more focus, a lot of curves in the road, but we have a great farm manager in Kim High.
It's like you're off to another world when you're in the garden. It's so nice and peaceful. I mean, when I'm gardening, you think of nothing, and none of the troubles that we have outside the garden. It's a very healing place.
Kim High is a local legend when it comes to urban farming.
My journey started back several years ago when I got diagnosed with diabetes. Working in corporate America for 31 years, working in claims. You know, most of us go to work every day and hustle and bustle. The traffic, the stress, you know, we just go home and just eat what we can. I started out taking insulin on a sliding scale 3 times a day, knowing that I needed to change some things in my life. I started volunteering at Bonton Farms as they were building. And then I started working there after leaving my job for 31 years. As I volunteered there, I learned how to eat the things I need to help with my diabetes. I started eating what I grow, breathing good fresh air on a daily basis. I also started getting good vitamin D. Vitamin D from the sun is the best vitamin D that you could possibly get. So I started doing those 3 things, and my doctor started wondering, what's going on with you? My numbers for my blood sugar changed. My whole life started to change. So it's been 8.5 years since I was on insulin, just from eating what I grow. Food is medicine. I used to harvest an okra every day, cut it in half, put it in an 8-ounce jar of water. Every morning when I get up, I would drink my okra water from overnight. Excellent for diabetes. You'll be surprised on how you can be healed through using the things through the garden.
There is so much synergy between what happens at Liberty Street Garden and what happens in the lives of our survivors.
We have 4 interns right now. We come early in the morning, as early as 6. We make sure we water while the sun is down. We're 100% organic. We don't use any pesticides. So sometimes we're smashing bugs, running off squirrels.
We have experienced all sorts of extremes in the weather. When we broke ground, it was literally 105 degrees. Then we went through a winter where there was a hard freeze. Then we've gone through a season of record-breaking rain and high waters, and we are still harvesting. And it reminds me of our survivors and their journey, because they too have come through horrific conditions, but they still find a way to blossom and grow, and that has been amazing to witness.
Day one, we had neighbors showing up to volunteer without any kind of publication that this is what we were doing.
The community has been really coming out and telling their friends. We're excited about it.
Companies, individuals, social organizations, faith community members, they have a place to come in large numbers to help us and to help survivors. And that's been a gift that we weren't expecting. It really is a team effort between the apprentices and the volunteers and the community.
We're working toward phase 2 where we would have a welcome center.
We're looking forward to really making it a gathering place. Liberty Street Garden is such a significant part of our strategic plan. Over the last few years, we started with the legal advocacy clinic on site, and then we added Liberty Street Garden. We have a plan to make it self-sustaining over the next few years with our First Fridays Farmers Market, where we are selling directly to the community. And we recently also added an on-site learning academy to help our women earn their GED. Our vision is that survivors can gain work experience and set themselves up for future employment.
their interns are so willing to learn, so willing to change their life. If I can be a farm director, one of these apprentices can be one as well. That's my goal.
Pretty much every day, at some point I go over and walk around the garden and check it out and talk to the folks that are working there and Kim, and I just really enjoy it.
There is something so healing about this experience. And when you see survivors doing something as ordinary as working in a garden, community members learn that she is so much more like us than different from us. And why it's so important to fight this issue? That it isn't a choice, it's actually a lack of choices that leads her down this path. And how simple it is for us to really make a difference. And that's been a huge part of the healing process.